شكراً للزملاء بالاستوديو. يقترن دائماً اسم النمسا بالتاريخ الثقافي والفن العريق، ولكن يجب أن لا ننسى أن النمسا هي من أهم مزودي الخدمات الصناعية والتجارية بكل أوروبا. للتحدث أكثر حول تعزيز العلاقات بين دولة الإمارات والنمسا، بيسعدنا أن يكون معنا اليوم المفوض التجاري النمساوي لدى دولة الإمارات السيد يوهانس برونر. Good morning, Johannes, and welcome.
Good morning, Hala, and thank you for having me.
Johannes, you worked everywhere, literally, before you came to the region. You were in Toronto, you were in Barcelona, you were in Joburg, and many other regions. Tell us about this journey which led you to become the Trade Commissioner here in the UAE and other regions as well.
Well, what can I tell you? When I grew up in a little village in the countryside of Austria, I didn't picture myself being the Austrian Trade Commissioner in a cosmopolitan city like Dubai.
Yeah.
I think I have to be grateful to my parents because they instilled in me some kind of curiosity from very young on.
Yeah.
Curiosity to learn more about different cultures, countries, even languages.
Yeah.
And well, that's what I've done ever since, I guess. More than 3 decades of a career in economic diplomacy allowed me to live and work on 4 different continents in cities as diverse as you have just mentioned. And when in August 2022 there was an opportunity to come to the UAE, we didn't have to think twice.
Yes.
Yeah? So,
and you came August 2022, like recently.
That's correct, yeah. And it's been a busy year so far, but we really enjoy our stay in the UAE. For various reasons. It's the vibrant business environment,
Yeah.
the multicultural societies in cities like Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and certainly, of course, the good weather, at least
Yes.
during some part of the year.
Exactly. Johannes, Advantage Austria. I want the audience to know more about Advantage Austria. What's the purpose of having Advantage Austria? What's the principles? What's the objectives? If you can tell us more to make it like closer to the audience.
Certainly. Advantage Austria is the international arm of the Austrian Economic Chambers.
Yeah.
Our prime goal and objective is to help Austrian companies to succeed globally and to enter international markets. We do that by running a network of almost 100 offices all around the globe. Our office here in the UAE was actually established almost 50 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And so there is a certain track record in the country that allows us to give guidance, to navigate the local business environment, to see the cultural differences, but also to get to know the key stakeholders.
And do you do network events as well to get the people to know more about that?
Absolutely. Networking events as well as participations in trade shows, exhibitions, or bringing business delegations from Austria to the UAE. Those are kind of the key elements of our work. In other words, you can say we are building bridges
Yes.
between Austria and the UAE, assisting Austrian companies in being successful in foreign markets and at the same time benefiting the mutual business environment and growth of the 2 economies.
Impressive. Johannes, so you are the Trade Commissioner of UAE, Bahrain, and Pakistan, and any other country as well?
Oman.
Oman as well. If we want to zoom in more into the UAE, your role here in the UAE, if you can describe to us your day-to-day activity, what's your principles, what's your activities, what do you want to achieve out of this role?
Certainly. As Trade Commissioner, my primary responsibility is to promote bilateral trade and investment between the UAE and Austria. If we look at our trade volume, trading goods and services, then on an annual basis, this already amounts to close to 6 billion dirham. It's an impressive number, but I still think there's room to grow. In particular, if I look at the dynamic development of the non-oil sector in this country, and at the same time at the strengths of the Austrian industry when it comes to machinery and equipment for industrial purposes, including automation and robotics, for example. And the same is true for our investment figures.
Yes.
The UAE have for long been one of the prime investment destinations for the Austrian industry. The big story here is, of course, the link between our 2 oil giants, ADNOC and the Austrian OMV group. Currently, they are negotiating the merger of the petrochemical businesses, Borouge and Borealis.
Great.
If this goes ahead, the combined entity will have a net worth of more than 30 billion US dollars. But beyond those giants, there is actually more than 100 small and medium-sized Austrian enterprises that have made the UAE their second home.
Yes.
In many occasions, they use Dubai as a regional hub for their business in the GCC area and even beyond Africa, Middle East, and sometimes
where they need
even...
more, I think the most assistance are the small, medium. They need your guidance even more than the big giants.
Absolutely. This is the kind of service we provide to lend them a hand, take them by the hand and put them in contact with the right business partners here on the ground.
So Johannes, in summary, the Advantage Austria is like a mutual bridge to connect the minds from Austria here to the local investment and people who want also to invest in Austria. So it's a mutual way. So you help connect both of them together.
Yes, that's our primary function.
Absolutely. Johannes, if I want to go to your projects, practical projects, even to encourage the audience to know how to connect with Advantage Austria, how to get involved, what are your current projects and are you involved in COP28? To what extent?
Yes, with COP28 around the corner, we have actually a number of initiatives running now that have all the focus on green technologies.
Yes.
You know, Hala, Austria, we are very proud of our pristine landscape, the cleanliness of the water in our lakes.
Yes.
So already a long time ago, technologies have been developed that help us keep our environment as pristine as it is.
Yes.
And our projects now focus on bringing some of this expertise, sharing best practices to the UAE, enabling the local partners to maybe implement similar things here on the ground. For COP28, of course, there will be our official participation led by our head of state. Then there will be our Minister of Finance coming, as well as the Minister for Climate Change and Environment.
Yes.
As at Advantage Austria, we will bring a business delegation of approximately 15 Austrian companies, ranging from startups that have developed solutions for energy-efficient mobility solutions, to our largest utility company, which is in conversations with Mazda to develop a cooperation in the field of green hydrogen.
Johannes, if I want to move to other industries, like other than climate change or environmental related industries, are you involved in that? Is there any upcoming projects which is related to other fields?
Yes, absolutely, Hala. And you will not be surprised that we will again focus on sectors where Austrian companies have developed a worldwide reputation, be it in the construction and infrastructure sector, or in the plastics industry, including plastics recycling, a topic that is becoming more and more important on a global scale, but also here in the UAE. Both of our events will be closely linked to local exhibitions and trade shows. The Big Five show for the construction sector, and later on Arab Blast. So look out for those events. They will.
Is it like an Advantage Austria website if people want to know more? They'll find it there?
Yes, local entrepreneurs who want to get involved in our initiatives, they are invited to take part in these networking events. They can reach out to us in our office here in Abu Dhabi, or follow and check from time to time on the Advantage in Austria website, where we will list all of the upcoming events. In addition to the two I have mentioned already, and looking already into the beginning of next year, there will also be an event focused on the health sector, linked to the Arab Health Show, as well as our participation in Gulf food, with, of course, all those Austrian specialities from cheese to chocolate.
It was this one which happened 7th, 8th, 9th of November, right?
Yes, that was actually Gulf food manufacturing, so equipment and technology as well as ingredients for the food industry. Early next year, we are really looking into the food sector, so cheese, chocolate, beverages from Austria.
Johannes, Brunner, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you very much, Hala. It was a real pleasure.
Thank you. وهلأ بنعود لكم زملائنا بالاستوديو.